You have to be over 50 to get a retirement visa in Thailand. You can, if you come at an earlier age, get another type of visa. You also need 800,000 Thai baht in your bank account or 65,000 baht coming in per month as a pension, guys. That's if you're on the retirement visa. You will also need insurance and other documents as well, guys. If you want to come a bit earlier than 50 and you can't get a retirement visa, then there are other visas you can get in Thailand. You can get the LTR visa, long-term resident visa, elite visa. There's something now called the DTV visa, digital nomad visa. Also, if you're married over here, you can go on a marriage visa. Some people also go on what they call an education visa, or even if you're studying Muay Thai now, you can get a visa for that as well. There's lots of different avenues to go down with the visas, so don't let that put you off if you're under 50 years old and you don't want to go on the retirement visa. The next step is sorting out your finance and budgeting to make sure you got enough money to live in Thailand. For rent, for transport, for food, for entertainment. There's lots of different elements that you'll need to spend your money on when you're over here. And the big one is health insurance. That's going to be the most expensive, probably for some of you guys if you're coming here over 50. You need to think about how you're going to manage your money from abroad. Are you going to use the banks to transfer your money? Or are you going to use things like Wise or Revolt or Monzo for transferring money over to Thailand? Online kind of banking. You need to think about areas you're going to live. Don't live in the real tourist areas. You're going to have inflated prices for things. So, you can live in a near tourist area, but don't live right in the center of it. So pick an area that's a little bit away from there to save yourself some money. Next step would be the healthcare. And, you're going to go private or you're going to go public. Hospitals. What kind of healthcare are you going to get over in Thailand? What insurance are you going to pay for? I think some popular hospitals for expats is Bumrungrad in Bangkok, which is one of the best in Asia, and Bangkok International Hospital. Okay, there's lots of them in different areas around Thailand. So they're down in Phuket, in Pattaya, in Hua Hin, guys. And then you think about what kind of health insurance plan are you going to buy? You're going to get it local. You can buy these in Thailand. You can get really good health insurance from Thailand. Or you get international plan from an international company. They're both very, very good. You need to look into this. And then language barriers in the hospitals. Do the hospitals provide English-speaking staff there? In the very international hospitals in Bumrungrad, in Bangkok International Hospital, in the one in Hua Hin and in Pattaya and Phuket. There are a lot of English-speaking staff there. And this is another reason to pick a location that, has a lot of foreigners in, because they're going to have a lot of foreigners going into the hospitals. So they're used to foreigners going in. So they're dealing with foreign tourists and expats, retirees living there. Just do us a massive favor, guys. Just press the red button, the subscribe button. It's free, really helps the channel. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subs before Christmas. I'm struggling a bit. Thanks for helping us out. And back to the video, guys. The next step would be to decide exactly where you want to live. You want to pick one of the big five, which you know already, I think. Or, go rural, go out to Isan, go right up to Chiang Rai, do something a little bit different. That's completely up to you. You have to do your research on the different areas. I would personally pick somewhere with, a big expat community, somewhere with very, very good international hospitals. This is very important. And a good transport network in that city or town, wherever you're going to live. So you can travel around very easily and not too far from, Suvarnabhumi airport, so you can travel often. You need to decide if you're going to buy or rent property out in Thailand. Very, very popular now for people to buy pool villas, to buy condos, or some people choose to just rent condos or rent pool villas. Some people choose to live in like a gated community with security, swimming pool, gym, and all the facilities that go with that. And how are you going to find properties? Are you going to, look like people like me on the internet? Are you going to look at Facebook groups? Are you going to use agents to kind of find these properties? You need to think about this as well. The next step would be Thai culture and the lifestyle. So, you're going to learn Thai when you come over here. You can start learning in England or America, Australia before you come out to Thailand. That's what I did. I started to learn how to write Thai and read Thai, which really helped when I came out here. And then I started having lessons when I came out here. So just because you're in England now doesn't mean you can't start to learn Thai ready for when you come over to Thailand to retire. I can't underestimate how important learning Thai is when you live in Thailand. It makes your life a lot easier, guys. So even if you haven't thought about it before, try and learn a little bit of the basics, and it really helps your life out in Thailand. How are you going to make friends over in Thailand? Are you going to, join Facebook groups, try and meet people in the expat circles? You're going to meet ladies over here if you're looking for a relationship out in Thailand, like a lot of foreigners are. You're going to meet a girl online. What website you're going to use? What dating app are you going to use? Or none? Maybe you're just going to go out and try and find, but it is quite difficult to do that these days. The next step would be like daily life and transport. So how are you going to get around in Thailand? Are you going to rent a motorbike? Are you going to buy a motorbike? Are you going to rent a car or buy a car? You need to look into this. You need driving licenses for both. I've done videos all about this on my channel. Just check these out. But these are really important things. You'll need a proper driving license in Thailand, guys. How are you going to get your Western goods when you come out here? You're going to lose a local supermarket or online. There's lots of great online resources now for getting Western goods. We use them quite a lot. I get, tea bags sent to my house from some guy in Bangkok, I think. I can't remember where he lives. So, you can get stuff delivered to your door, which sometimes saves you a bit of hassle of going to a specific supermarket. The next one would be, the internet package and the phone. What you're going to get, what package are you going to get, what phone you're going to get out in Thailand. Communication between, maybe Thailand and your home country is really important. You probably want to phone your daughter, your son, your niece, nephew, uncle, mum, dad, okay, on FaceTime, on Facebook, or whatever you use, Messenger or whatever you use to communicate with your family. So it's important to get connected quickly. The internet connection in Thailand is fantastic. So, there's very fast internet connection in Thailand. So just sort out this. I think the best provider is AIS. I've done videos about this on my channel. Check them out as well, guys. And finally, take 3 to 6 months. Look around some areas before you commit to an area, and then really scope it out and see if you really like that area. Is somewhere you want to stay permanently and put roots, and then maybe think about buying a condo, buying a pool villa there, guys, or renting there. Hope that helps you out, guys. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, don't forget, and we'll see you on the next video, guys. Take it easy.